Hey everyone, FPS Chazley here. Welcome back to Let's Play Subcommand. We are currently backtracking on our way to the launch point because I don't want to approach the launch point with a broadside perspective to these pings from the northeast because they were starting to get into toast territory. So backtracking a little bit so I can approach with a more northerly aspect. Even here, if I still turn in, I'm still showing a lot of my broadside. I guess you know what, I could probably turn north now, and then when I get up there, just like do a heading of that way. I'm gonna run for a little bit longer.
Steer course 2, 3, 4.
Let's try and get those pings to open up so I can hear them. Let's turn a little bit more
Rudder right,
this way.
course 2, 4, 7.
Try and expedite our kicking out here, our kicking out action. Here's a Sierra 11. Getting new data that doesn't really support anything of what I was seeing before. It's kind of weird, very offset as to what it was before. Very offset. Like they just don't line up. It's just different data. So I'm gonna go with what I have now. This new data. It's interesting data, but he's probably gonna be within launch range once I get back to the basket there. The basket. Oh my God. LA here has some interesting data's going on here. What is going on with this? What is going on over here? Okay, looks like my previous estimate as to course change was incorrect. Potentially. Let's see, what does that look like if you draw that back in a little bit? Still kind of works if you draw it in. That is the curious case of Benjamin Button right there. I'm very confused as to what I'm seeing over there. That has yet to be seen either. What about CR10? What is that? Okay, something else has changed over here. Oh my God, everything is going crazy. Okay, that was not anything, you know, like better data coming. This guy just did a course change. Big old num course change. Maybe something like that. Ugh. Everything's changing all at once, and I'm changing all at once. There's too many variable changes going on right now. So, trying to deal. Alright, where are these pings coming from? It was quiet for a little bit there, but now it's all loud again. 030. Okay, it's still a lot of perspective, but not as much as it could be. Where were those pings at? Were they toast territory yet? I don't know. I haven't been really keeping up with the marks on these guys. I can even look at them. 4 hour. Okay, the 4 hour is a jumble mess of crap. Sierra 4 here. Or Sierra 2. Okay, Sierra 1. Don't mind Sierra 1, that's the helo. That's why that makes no sense. Sierra 2 looks to be stationary. There's no way this data could be like that over 4 hours unless Sierra 2 here was stationary. Where did my ruler go? There it is. Why are you all the way over there? Look at me when I'm talking to you. Okay. Where'd that ruler go again? Here. That is the solution for Sierra 2. And Sierra 6 is doing something similar, I would imagine. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Yeah. Okay. You are also going 0 knots. Thank you very much. Interesting how that one other contact managed to get a lot more marks than this one did. There you go. There's them twos right there. Chilling in the harbor. Just chilling. Chilling like villains right there. Pinging away, making a whole bunch of noise, not really helping themselves out at all. That is what they are up to. That is what they are up to. Same story down here, just about right around there. There you go. Maybe drifting around a little bit, but thereabouts. They're not really moving. Okay. I'm just
Steer
about
course
ready to.
247. Steering aye.
Yeah, let's go due north here.
Rudder right, steer course 001. Steering aye.
And let's hope this turn goes by quickly. Well, since they're so far away, I'm not really too concerned about them getting a hit on me. But my data in my active sonar study would tend to indicate otherwise, but we will see. Okay. Sierra 11, Mr. Diesel Electric. I don't need 4 hours of data on you. What's your 20 minute up to? Okay, let's check this out. Zoom, zoom. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Where are you straightening out data? Curious. Data kind of looks like crap. But we'll go with something like that. Around, around where it's dancing, around there. He's being a little slippery about it, not being too consistent. But that is all good. Sierra 8 does seem to be heading away just because the signal strength has not come back up yet on that. Whoa, who else am I seeing here?
Control acoustics. New contact. Bearing 313.
I think I just hang on.
3. Control acoustics. New contact. Bearing 143. Designated Sierra 14.
Okay, disregard those lasts. I'm just looking at reciprocals of tracks I already have. 14 drop, 13 drop. This Sierra 10 down here being very erratic. General Radic. Sierra 11 seems to be chilling at 2 knots. Sierra 10 now going 6 knots and doing what submarines do best, unpredictable courses and course changes. There's no method to this madness here. He's just kind of maneuvering out there. What it seems like. He might be stuck at the end of some waypoint logic because it's taken me so long to do this mission, and he's just kind of burbling around down there or something. Or he's waiting for me to clear datum and kick my ass, sea bass. But we will see. Yeah, this data's holding up here pretty good. Sierra 8's heading away. So Sierra 11 is going to be what we're chiefly concerned with here. Okay, now we're back to ETA, 20 minutes on target. And we will start getting these land attack missiles ready soon once we receive confirmation that we are in the launch basket. Let's stream the floating wire. See if there's anything on the net, because I think this mission started at midnight. So we've been at it for like about 5 hours now. The sun's going to be coming up somewhat soon. But we're only 20 minutes away from the launch basket. We'll be getting our birds off before 0530 here. For sure. There's those pingers again. Where are they coming from now? This way, huh? Yeah, there's no point in even trying to look at that data for that helo. Just going to be all over the place. Not going to make any sense. Just up here somewhere. Probably pretty close into those ships, but I feel like they would just have like... This isn't really very realistic. This would just be impossible to penetrate. The ASW net here would just be so insanely thorough and just huge. Be able to walk to France and all the sonobuoys here.
Steer course 001.
Let's turn a little more like this.
Rudder right, steer course.
We don't need to stay at 000. Nice to reduce our aspect as we get closer in here. Ass. Let's see. This data is supporting... Ooh, actually, it looks like a slight course change. Looks like there's been a course change on Mr. Diesel there, Mr. Diesel Electric. Okay, I didn't realize my toad was... I forgot my toad was turning that much. I was like, who is making all that noise? Oh my. Oh my. Still clear on the other sensors, still not seeing anything on them. But that's to be expected. If this was honestly in like dangerous waters, I would not see this guy until I was right on top of him. But the thing up and disappeared right in front of him, and that's not the half of it. Read. Let's see. Still just the two line signal strength on both those targets there. Nothing to indicate anything else. I think CR10 is kind of just flopping around, flip-floppy, splish-splash, I was taking a bath kind of thing going on. Just kind of flopping around down there. Who knows? Might be getting a torp his way at some point. Subsurface. Let's get tube 2 up on that guy, CR10. Do it. Tube 4, Schval. On CR11, very well. Take that Schval off tube 8, that's not doing anyone any good. I'm going to put it on CR10. He is technically in range according to my solution, but I'm not sure if that's correct. It's a pretty big signal strength there. What's... That is because both bearings are like reciprocating around the same place, so it makes it look a lot bigger than it really is. Faint contact here. Faint one here as well. What is this?
Control
I think I
acoustics.
just put a tracker
New
back on
contact.
Sierra 8.
Bearing
Yeah.
292.
Seeing Sierra 8 again.
Sierra
Okay.
15.
Lost tracker on Sierra 11. That's because he is now in my towed baffles. Oh, is that as far as the floating wire goes out? Jesus, man. Okay. Yeah, let's go to periscope depth real quick. Before you do that, belay that order.
Steer course
Go to
0,
depth.
0.
Gotta retrieve this thing back in.
Meters. Depth control I.
Gonna retrieve that in. That's all it does. I'm pretty sure it's a lot longer in dangerous waters. That's what she said. Okay. Moving on up, moving on up. Getting close to this drop off. Drop off the launch point here. Getting close. Keep on this bearing for a few more minutes. Sierra 8. I'm seeing data on Sierra 8. Again, after a silent run. Is Sierra 8 coming back my way? No. Sierra 8 would be a lot louder if that was the case. It just doesn't seem to line up with what I'm seeing here. Does not seem to line up. Does not compute. Current range to target. With 15 kilometers also doesn't really compute either. I'm not sure. We will find out here. Finally almost up at this launch point after this long crawl in. Kind of been generally heading the same direction. Slowly but surely with all this crazy snake back here. Inadvertent snaking and deception. Okay, got all the air charged up. That's good because we're going to be potentially losing a lot of it to launching these missiles here. Sierra 11's a hole in the water. If I hear torch from that bearing, I'll know what to do because I got stuff readied up. Did I put a tube 2? Tube 2 is on Sierra 10. Okay, that's fine. I'm not going to flood anything until the last second there. Dooby-dooby-doo. Do-do-do-do-do. What do we got? Sierra 8. Getting new data. Data seems good. Seems to be supporting our conclusions here. Okay, don't want to leave that on for too long now. Sierra 11, no new data. Sierra 10 here seems to have changed course again. Change speed too, probably, because that data is not making any sense. Speed is 8. Speed is Buster. Over. Sped back up again. Okay. What is up with CR8? Going crazy down there. Or CR10, excuse me. Let's get that history on. Just seems to be kind of hanging out down there. Oh god, I'm in like a bind. If they all launch weapons on me, I guess I'm running this way. Maybe a kind of an angle to try and... But CR8's far away, but yeah. Their weapons might go after each other. They're kind of got each other on the far side of their stuff. It's not a good situation to be in. I wouldn't want to be in that situation, having to fire on an enemy. Okay. Coming in this one. Yeah, let's just resume waypoint follow at this point. Oh shit. Oh, okay. I thought we were already at periscope depth. I was like, I was sitting up here the whole time. The whole time.
Go to depth 0.
Yeah, let's get up there real quick.
Meters. Depth control I.
See if nothing has come in from Moscow. That is worth our time. All right, how's the signal strength looking on the pings here? 7. What about the surface sets? Surface sets. What's up with the surface sets? 7. 7. I could have sworn at that one point I was seeing a 9. A 9 even. Okay, that one's a 6. Okay. So I'm assuming Sierra 1's probably close to the edge of that bubble, because these guys have a lot more wattage behind their actives there. Okay, we're coming up. Let's keep tabs on everyone. What's everyone doing? CR10's being crazy. Crazy good. CR10 could even potentially be more out here like, no, that doesn't work. CR10's in closer than I thought. Even closer still. Speed. Speed on CR10, 8. CR8, 5. That would be confusing if CR8 was going 10 knots and CR10 was going 8 knots. Yeah, give me a break. Okay, CR8. Closer in. This data seems to line up well with something like that. But that would have to have been a recent development, because that doesn't make any sense. I'm going to have to try and remember what all these guys were doing on these maneuvering escapades here. While I was, you know, sitting on my hand. Okay, we're up here. Just finish the 1-6 and raise that. No.
Senior watch.
Just get up there. Let's raise that radio mast and see what we got.
Senior watch. Aye.
What's that minimum depth for missile launch? Probably
Control station. New radio message received.
Whoa, Seawolf. The Seawolf most likely hear the launch and come to prosecute you. We advise you to eliminate this threat before commencing the land attack. Okay, there's a Seawolf. Where? That is a good question. I don't know. I mean, potentially one of these guys could be a Seawolf. Would the Seawolf be past my launch point? Would they expect me to go in and come back out to launch missiles? I don't know. Go back to 3-4.
Go to depth.
Raise that real quick. I'm gonna see if I can't get any returns before my depth gets too deep here.
Senior watch. Aye.
I don't know if I've done any ESM intel collection yet in this mission. Owie. Ouchie. Ouchie, Andy. I think those are the 2 surface sets. And this is probably the SAM. Too deep now.
Retract the electronics mast. Senior watch.
Well, I got a little bit. That's all that counts. Yeah, it's right on the money on that surface set. I don't think I'm getting any kind of radar from that place. That would be nice, though, just to give me a bearing. EO2 can be dropped. Well, I know where that SAM site is if I need to launch on it, but I don't foresee that happening. A sea wolf. Sea wolf in the area. Well, I'm not sure if I am going to be able to deal with that. Unless one of these contacts I presently have is a sea wolf. Which is all possible. All very possible. Wind this back out to an hour. Let me see what we're working with over here. Man. This could be the sea wolf. Because this thing is quiet. And that solution is good. Why is that so good? What about the other way? What about the other way? The other way. It's just not as neat the other way, dude. Just not as neat the other way. It's coming this way. It is coming this way. Not sure how the math on that works out. We'll have to see in the debrief. But it is coming this way. Whatever it is. Definitely coming this way. That could potentially be our sea wolf. Well, I have 3 tracks and 2 squalls. 3 squalls. I could launch a squall on each one of these guys. I'm not exactly at the... if I'm doing that, I'm doing it all at once. I'm not going to preempt it right now, right before I get to the launch point. So unfortunately, that's going to have to wait till next time. Sorry, guys. But I'll see you guys then. Thanks for watching. Have a good one, and good hunting.